feet to the ankles. They've taken the last part with your feet and attached it to the command of wash at the top. Does that make sense to you?
They're taking what? Without any basis?
Wait. See what I mean?
Brother, listen, my knowledge of Arabic isn't as extensive as the brother here. So
It is that way.
better position.
Sorry?
He's
Just
in a
don't
better
record his
position
face.
to answer that because
Sound
his
is
Arabic
recovered
better than mine.
Why do you come over here? Behind me.
So,
Yeah.
are you saying the Sunnis
Yeah.
went against the clear understanding of the ayah
Yes.
by their wishful thinking?
Not necessarily wishful thinking, there's a history behind it.
No, from the ayah,
Yeah.
how is their interpretation is incorrect? Give me some
Because-
grammatical basis.
Well, what you have is where it says ber usukum wa arjulukum. The wa links it to the ba before usukum, correct? Which makes it genitive, demands that this be genitive, yes?
Do you want to pull up this ayah?
I can't on this phone, sorry. You get it.
So show us now your understanding of how the Sunni Muslims, apparently, they've misapplied the Arabic grammar.
heard this.
So,
Well, I'll tell you what.
do you know where the reference is? I can find it up for you. Do you know where
Where's
it
the
is?
reference from?
I think it's 5 something. Surah Ma'idah, I think.
Is this something you studied yourself?
A long time ago, yeah. Do you see how
So,
cooperative
bro.
he is when it comes to this issue? But when it comes to Khalifa, he jumps everywhere. Anyway,
So you were a Sunni, and then you talked to a Shia,
yeah.
and he converted you.
No one converts me. Apart from Allah. What happens is this?
No, I'm
I
just wondering,
study.
like, how,
Yeah,
what
I'll
happened?
explain, I'll
guided
explain.
him. Why is it he converted?
Alhamdulillah. No. However
People
you want
don't
to put
convert
it.
people.
What happened was, I was basically, as a Sunni,
Yeah.
I was hearing various things like you become Muslim, you say you follow Sahaba, and then I'm in a masjid and I hear Sahaba fought against each other. After basically what it was, the
You know, the
Salafis.
Sahaba were
Hold on,
humans, bro.
Exactly.
And humans dispute,
Of
humans
course they do.
differ,
Of course
but
they
they
do.
were all
Yes.
they were all sincere.
Brother,
They were all
that's not the
acting in
conversation.
sincerity.
Who said they wasn't? Do you see what you're just making straw man? Listen to what I'm saying. You asking me a question about me converting to Shia.
Yeah.
So I'm saying to you,
I'm only going on what you just said.
yeah, but you're not
That
listening.
you
I'm
heard the
saying-
Sahaba were fighting.
Exactly.
So that's why
So there you go. This is the.
So how am I following people in regards to my deen? I agree with you that they did wrong and so on, they fought and so on, and I agree with you, they did loads of right too. But my point is, I can't follow them in regards to that.
this is the
This is the Quran and the Arabic
Yes.
is there and English translation is there. So do you want to share with us how they got it grammatically incorrect?
Yes.
Give us the grammatical principle that you think is
Absolutely.
contradicted.
All right, so the ba before Bere Usukum, where it says well Arju, they pronounce it Arju Lakum.
Where is it?
He knows where it is. He's pretending he don't know.
You
like
are
him.
the one who's making the claim.
I know, but when he
Show
says
us.
when he says where is it, he knows exactly where it is.
No. You should establish
It's
your
your
claim.
evidence.
Brother, I'm
Your
pointing
evidence,
at it.
not mine.
You're not
It's
listening.
your evidence.
You're not listening.
I am
It's there on this verse here.
Yeah, go ahead.
Wamsahu bir'usikum wa arjulakum.
Okay.
And it's
so
a
what is the
Julikum.
grammatical construct that
I've already
allows
told you.
your meaning?
The bit.
No,
The
what is the
bit-
grammatical principle? What's it called? That
You mean the
apply?
genitive aspect? Is that what you're saying?
I don't understand what you mean by genitive. Use the Arabic terms.
No,
to
I'm using
describe.
the English term. But I'm speaking English.
You're speaking English and you're applying the Quran Arabic grammar rules.
Yes.
So in Arabic grammar rules,
Yes.
use English terms, no problem. So what are the English grammatical construct? Arabic grammar is violated here.
The one that's violated here, as explained by Fakhruddin Arazi, is that we
Fakhruddin who?
Fakhruddin Arazi, yeah, a great Sunni muhaddith and so on. He explains in
So he's a Sunni scholar, is that right?
Mu'tazili, I think. He's not a Shia for sure. Yeah, so he's more. Put it this way, he's more to the Sunni
You
line.
need to go to
So he believes.
him when you can clearly specify what the Arabic
I
grammar
am.
is. Okay,
Calm
go
down,
ahead.
calm down. When you're saying the grammar, I've already given it to you.
No, you haven't given me the grammar.
The bi in bi ursukum. Yes.
They what?
Bi.
Now what is the
So it
harf
could
of
be.
jar?
It could be. This isn't about you impressing people with your
I'm not
Arabic.
impressed. That's why I didn't even
Stop,
want
stop.
to use a new term.
Stop.
So tell me.
Wait, stop. It's a very simple thing.
Okay, go ahead.
You have one side that you read, and I have a side. I've told you that there's no way you're going to get the fourth part, which is the feet, to link it all the way to the command that's for the first two.
What
Read
is the
sentence.
grammatical construct?
This
The grammatical
listen.
rule. No, no.
I'm
You're just
saying,
assuming.
you're not saying grammatical rule. I'm saying it doesn't make any sense.
Look.
Simple as that.
First and foremost,
Yes.
if you say there is something wrongly understood because of what? Must be the ayah itself.
Shall I give you what the
No,
Sahaba
tell
or
me-
Tabi'in? I'm telling you. They said we never heard of this, where you establish this person, but jump over this person. What that means is, what they've done here is they've said the command where Allah says, when you stand for salah, wash your face and your hands up to the elbows, and then it says wamsahu, which means wipe. Yes, wipe your heads and your feet up to the ankles. So these lot have said you wash your feet, but that command is before it says wamsahu, which is wipe. Do you understand? How does that make sense? The wa links the wiping of the feet to the rubbing of the head. It's just common sense.
So this arjulakum,
Julikum.
no, it says arjulakum here.
Yes, it does.
So
but
if
there's warsh. Yes? It's warsh.
Wait a moment, slowly.
Yes.
If it's arjulakum,
Yes.
fathan dilam, does it mean wipe or wash?
Either way it means...
No, not either way.
I'm telling you, okay, it means wipe either way.
No. If you say arjulikum,
It doesn't make any sense with that. Put it down. That's my answer to that. It makes no sense.
slow down. If you say arjulikum,
Yes.
does it mean wipe or wash? If it
Likum?
says arjulakum, does it mean wipe or wash?
It doesn't make sense if you say lakum.
Excuse me, I'm not saying make sense or not. What does it mean if you say arjulikum?
If it doesn't make sense, it has no meaning.
Excuse me.
Do you understand that?
Do you know what arjulikum means? Why would you have li instead of la? What is the grammar
The
that
li
will determine?
links it to the ba. The ba. Right.
Sure. So here in the Quran,
Yes.
there is a ba bi ru'usikum, and then it's arjulakum. So lam has a fatha, not li. It's a la. So what does that la indicate? Wash or wipe?
It doesn't. That la shouldn't be there. That's what I'm saying. It's li.
So this reading of the Quran is wrong. Is that what you're saying?
I'm saying that reading
It's wrong, is it?
in regards to the command, like you can recite it for sound, but in regards to a command, it's likum. Have you heard of?
So this reading didn't come.
Have you
from-
heard of the different recitation?
Can we just establish one thing?
No, because he's shaking his head.
This particular reading,
Yes.
did the Prophet ﷺ pass that reading to us?
Allah knows best. I'm talking about the command of what you must do.
Excuse me.
I heard what you said.
This Quranic reading,
I heard what you said.
did it come in a successive chain of transmission, authentically multiple chain of transmission, what we call mutawatir, all the way from the Prophet ﷺ, this arjulakum?
You have no evidence, and I have none for that particular verse.
So basically you're saying this reading, you have no evidence whether it came from the Prophet or not. So you're disputing whether this reading is actually from Rasulullah.
I'm
from Allah or
disputing
not.
because the Arabic of the grammar of the Arabic is very clear on this. Allah doesn't speak that
So,
way.
okay, fine. Let's one thing though. So now you're disputing. So you have a very firm ground of Arabic grammar, right?
No, I don't. But I read of those who do, like Fakhruddin Arazi.
Can you just
Very straightforward.
Can you just be slow down? Fakhruddin al-Razi wrote in Arabic or English? Of course he wrote,
He wrote in
in Arabic.
Arabic, yes.
Good. So you were able to understand his Arabic.
I was able to understand what the brother who does read Arabic explained to me.
That's different.
Wait. What do you mean that's different? Can you read Arabic?
No.
You can't. But
I
yet
don't
you-
make claims like that because
Hold on.
I don't have
You've
the
made
knowledge.
claims already in regards to in
I
regards
don't
to
think I've
Islam.
made that many claims.
You stood there for half an hour or more
I'd
making
be
claims.
making very basic
Brother,
claims.
it doesn't matter. Once
Very
you can't read the,
basic.
doesn't matter. Once you can't read the language, whether it's basic or not. The principle.
That's true.
They're going to use that
According to the
against them.
language.
Exactly. That's what I mean. It doesn't even make sense.
What
You
does
have
it
I
make
just want
sense?
to. I just want to.
It doesn't
okay.
make sense.
He says lots of
Wait,
things
why
that
don't
not
you use
making
that
sense.
against him, though?
No, brother,
Because he doesn't know
brother, look. He, as my brother said,
He goes
look,
around in circles all the time.
Specified. You bring up claims.
as brother Muhammad said, he's not making a claim because he doesn't have the Arabic language.
About which?
Anything on this.
He was making a claim about Khalifa just now. How?
No, we're not
what
talking
you
about
said makes
Khalifa.
sense.
You
Oh,
brought
no,
this
no,
issue.
no, no, no.
Look,
He did make
Exactly.
claims.
You
Exactly.
brought. Look,
You said that all the Sahaba are sincere.
brother, one moment.
Exactly.
You brought the issue is like your salah is most likely to be invalid because you don't know how to make wudu properly, right? Right. And your understanding of this ayah comes from not from your knowledge of Arabic grammar. It comes from another brother who translated Fakhruddin al-Razi.
Let me explain so you
Have
understand.
I misrepresented your position?
Not necessarily intentionally, but you have. At the time, which was about
You said what you-
I said not intentionally because I haven't explained the full details. When me and a brother who teaches Arabic, we're going through this issue. Both of us, we're going through this one issue, yeah? And we went through various sources, Fakhruddin Arazi and so on and so forth. He was looking at the various readings and so on, yes? Harsh, all of that, yeah? He explained to me what he says and why he's saying, based upon the fact that there's 9 or 11 different recitations, or readings, he says that's an acceptable reading. But I'm saying, if you took the vowels out and you recited it without anyone telling you what it should be, what would you pronounce that to be? Arju lakum or arju likum? And he said you would pronounce it arju likum. He explained to me why, and he said it because of the bit. That's what he explained. You understand?
This is the difficulty.
Wait a minute, let me just explain. And he explained it based upon, at the time it was more detail, but I'm saying right now, I don't have him to say I can call him and say, boom, explain it to you.
Maybe you should bring
you
him
understand?
over.
You know what? I'll tell you what, let's do
Bring
that.
him over.
Yeah? If he's
Sorry,
about
is
today...
he someone who frequents
He does, and he should be here now. If he passes by, I'll call him.
And is he of Shia?
I think he's a bit more of a Sufi, but
Sufi.
yeah. Let's say he's got Shia sympathies when it comes to Imam Hussein. Yeah? So, Sufistic, he wonders why Sunnis don't take that issue to run. But anyway, the crux of this matter is back to imamate, because you asked what's
Let's
the
finish
difference.
this one first before you go to Imam.
Okay, go on.
On this issue, so you have a brother, very knowledgeable brother who teaches Arabic, of course.
Yes,
He says this is an acceptable reading.
yes.
So this reading must make some sense, right? In the Arabic language.
Reading recitation, yeah.
Arjulakum must make some sense. It cannot be a nonsensical statement in the acceptable reading.
Oh no, you're not getting. Okay, let me further explain. After he told me that without any harakat in there, or without any, let's say, sectarian viewpoints, he said if you saw it like that without any harakat, you would read it arju likum. So I said that is what I would take it to be.
This is the.
So
that's
I'm
why-
I'm just saying my position as to why I've left him with his variant readings, as in when it comes to a command to do. Do you understand the difference?
So let's
As in, because it's a
let's
command,
come
like-
back to the point on this one, because I think this brother that you are referring to,
Yeah.
may Allah increase his status, and honor. But what I'm saying is this seems to be a slightly wrong approach here. When you read Surah Al-Fatiha without any vowels or any dots,
Yes.
Malik Yawmiddin and Malik Yawmiddin, are you suggesting that this brother
Exactly the
would
example I was going to give.
that this brother would read one of the readings and not the other reading? Is that what you're saying?
Here's the difference.
What would he read?
That's not a command, and that's why I said command.
What would he
Do
read?
you understand the difference? I was going to give the same thing he just said, Maliki Yawmiddin and so on.
What
as
would he
said.
read though?
Hold on, we didn't go through that.
Without the vowels, I would like to know.
Hold on, no, it's when he comes, if he's here, we'll ask him.
Okay.
But what my
So-
point is, it's not a command. This is,
Listen.
is-
So now you're-
Do you know the difference between a command?
Do you know what you are doing? Instead of applying the dotless text to be read by itself, you are somehow bringing an issue about commands and other things.
No, that's
I'm
the
saying-
issue.
I'm saying
if I'm saying
there
you're
are
doing wudu
many-
wrong,
Listen,
if I'm saying
brother.
you're doing wudu wrong, and there's a command, it's an action. But if
First-
we're saying you've got something where
think-
you can praise Allah, one sec, you can praise Allah with two different names, and both of them refer to Allah. What difference does it make?
The
Do you
issue
understand?
is the principle of reading without any indication. Because we know what has been passed on to us is the Quran wasn't left like this to be read by itself. It was accompanied by a qari, a reciter.
But the
to read it.
Khalifa was left though, yeah?
Listen.
Without any guidance, yeah?
Every Quran that was sent
Khalifa-ship was
was
left.
sent with a reader, a qari, a proficient scholar who would read it to them, so would learn from that reading. It wasn't just sent, there you go, you read whatever you like. So here what we're saying is, you clearly have admitted you don't know the Arabic grammar to
No,
say
I can't
what
remember.
Excuse me.
Difference.
You can't remember.
Yeah.
So you
discussed it yesterday,
Fair
I
enough.
would've-
You can't
I would've
remember.
dealt with
But,
the issue.
so you know the Arabic grammar enough to say what arjulakum would mean and what arjulikum would mean. Right?
Exactly, that's what I'm, because I'm
Right,
saying that was
okay.
the main issue
Good.
after the discussion.
Good. So what is the word arjulakum would refer to? Wash or white?
By itself, it just means feet.
It just means feet.
Yes, brother, there's no point discussing
he-
with someone
he
who has
just said,
the-
what would it mean?
The crudest knowledge of Arabic grammar is absent, and you say just feet. Look,
You said what would that word
look,
mean?
when the word
Yeah.
changes from arjulakum to arjulikum, do you know why the change occurs?
The change of what? The vowel system?
Why? This is not about vowels. The
Harakat,
word,
that's what it is.
when it becomes la or li, okay?
Yes.
So when it's majroor or mansoor,
Yes.
you know what majroor and mansoor is? I'm sure you do.
I think it relates to genitive and nominative and so on.
So do you know how they
Is
change?
that correct?
I'm not going to say anything.
No. You asked me the question, so then I'm asking you, is it correct
in English
or not?
language, maybe this
Does
is
it
how they
relate or
translate
not?
it. Probably they're translated like
No,
this.
probably. If you're going to speak English and Arabic, then when you've asked me a question...
I'm going to refer to the Quran in its Arabic and the Arabic grammar that is associated with it.
Yes, that's fine, but you asked me a question, so you brought me into your little speech.
So when you say biru'usikum, the ba, the harful jar, the word next to it will be majroor. It has to indicate that it's majroor because of ba.
Right.
Wa arjulakum, the word arjulakum clearly is not majroor here, is it?
Exactly.
So how does this la come into place? What determines the reading of lam?
I would say one of two things. Either the Sunnis, whoever they were, sometime after the Sahaba and Tabi'in, decided to put this recitation in because they wanted to support the idea of washing feet as opposed to wiping. I'm saying that's my personal opinion.
Did you see how the grammatical discussion became a theological,
no, you asked me a question.
Religious motive?
No. Yeah, it was.
I am saying. Are you suggesting in the ayah itself
what's
there
the
are
question
no
you asked me?
grammatical indicator for that reading?
I'm saying no. What I'm saying is, if you had no harakat and you just looked and read it, you would pronounce it Jew liko. True or false? True or false?
I'm saying.
Just say yes or no. True or false?
I'm saying it's not true. It's not false either. Shall I tell you why?
You see?
Why?
You see what I'm saying?
Because
ridiculous.
it's not ridiculous.
It's a yes. No, it's a yes or no.
The harakat came later even.
Thank you. So how would you pronounce it?
Because narration. The narration.
Do you speak Arabic? Do you speak Arabic?
I do.
No, you do. Okay.
Very good.
Alhamdulillah. Listen.
He's not getting it.
No. Wait, listen to my point. Listen to my point.
Now,
before we put the vowels.
No, we know that is true. We know that.
Okay.
We're saying, according to your
How
natural...
was the voicing?
Listen. Listen to what I'm saying to you. According to the natural way of pronouncing this, like, because for instance, many texts are written...
Let's say there was a prophet, the natural way.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yeah?
With the harakat, we're not put there for Arabic readers, will it? The harakat we're not put there for people. If you read, like books I bought, yeah?
It was both for Arabs and non-Arabs.
Wait.
did you hear what he said?
Okay, fair enough.
Very important to know that.
Okay, so you're saying it's put there for Arabs and non-Arabs, correct?
Correct.
Okay, I retract that statement. So let's go with this. How would you read that verse without the harakat?
According to what I hear.
Would you say Arju lakum or Arju likum?
He said
How I heard my teacher recite, I will copy his recitation.
It's the way the Quran was passed.
Okay.
Recitation.
So and those when they came to put the harakats,
Have you got 9 or 11?
when they bought the harakats,
Brother, I know
they
that.
have bought it according to how the narration made
How
it.
many different readings are there? How many different readings are there?
When it's in Surah Al-Fatiha, Malik Yawmiddin or Malik Yawmiddin, without haraka, how would you read without listening?
Exactly.
No. Wait. Listen to what I'm saying to you. Very straightforward. Because it's a command to do something, I'm distinguishing between this and the one in Surah Al-Fatiha.
Do you know? There is no Shia chain of narration for Quran. So you are discussing something you have.
So you're biased in your angle. Okay. Because I'm just asking you basic.
Give me Shia narration in the Quran.
You're not listening.
I'm listening, sir.
Listen carefully.
Give me one chain of narration for the Quran according to Shia. Is there any?
Why would I give you that? Why would you ask me?
So you are coming to our chain of narrations, and I want to correct us.
What chain of narration?
All the chains of the narrations
chain
for
of
the
narration?
Quran are Sunni scholars.
No. I'm asking. You
Is
said.
there any Shia scholars
You asked
in the
me.
chain of narrations?
You said I'm coming to you for something.
Can you answer me?
No. Your question doesn't make sense.
Why? You are discussing how to recite the Quran as a Shia, and you are differing with us.
No, I didn't. No. Don't say that. That's a lie.
You are not differing with us?
I did
So
not
what is
say.
the argument about?
Stop.
He said he would not read Arjulakum.
Stop.
Why? What is the
You
reason?
brought Sunni Shia into it.
He doesn't think this is the correct reading.
What is the
Exactly.
reason? He thinks so. Is there any reason? Is there narration to say?
So you're
Because he has a
telling me
friend.
differently.
He has
Can
a
you
friend
read Arabic?
who teaches Arabic.
Yes.
Can you read Arabic? You can. Wait. Can you read Arabic without harakat?
Yes.
You can.
Yes.
So just tell us
But
how you. Wait. Stop going all
No,
around.
it's not. I'm answering.
Tell us the
Let me
sentence
finish the
without
answer.
harakat.
Bro, let him answer.
Can I answer you? When I want to continue to give the full answer, you are stopping me.
Because you're jumping everywhere else.
No, I'm not
Sunni, Shia,
jumping
this,
anywhere.
this.
I
We're
can
talking
read
about
the
Arabic.
Quran without harakats.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If I am learning it so.
If you're learning.
If I'm learning,
Okay.
yes.
Okay.
But
According to
if
what
I
you know.
learned how to read
Yeah.
only using the harakat, I will never be able to read if I'm not learning so.
Huh?
If I'm learning,
Give me a sentence in
now
the
for
Quran.
example, you have jim, ha, and kha.
Yes.
3 letters.
Yes.
They are identical if you don't put harakats in
We're
them.
not talking about the dots.
How-
We're talking,
yeah,
about, we're talking about the vowel system. Yeah?
When it comes to wudu, I asked Isa.
You do not have a scholar.
I asked Isa, when it says arjulakum, what does it mean? Wipe or wash? And his answer is, it doesn't make any sense. Now, is that really what you think from the Arabic language? It
I
makes no
personally,
sense?
when it comes to commanding, i.e., that you can recite to make it sound various different ways. But I'm saying, in regards to this command,
You don't know the Arabic rules though.
that's fine, that's fine.
So how can you make a claim without
I would
knowing
agree
the
with
Arabic grammar?
Because Allah has commanded us to use our aql in the Quran. Wait. I'm explaining. Then
Read
you
the
can
English
come
or the
back.
Arabic?
Hold on, wait. But I've said I've gone through the Arabic and I made my decision 2 years ago. Just because I can't remember the full explanation of the brother 2 years ago, that doesn't mean my decision back then was wrong. And up till now, you've had over half an hour for you, who claims to be learned and
You
speaking.
had 2 years of learning Arabic, and still you don't know what the Arabic rule
Who
is.
said 2 years? I said 2 years ago.
2 years have
ago.
passed, and yet still you don't know the basic Arabic
Hold on,
rules.
Hold on.
Surprising.
Who said I was learning Arabic in between that time?
Why don't you learn Arabic?
No, stop. Who said it?
Why
That's
don't
not
you
what I said. That's not what I said. I said 2 years ago.
Yeah, of course.
Me and a brother were
2
discussing
years have
something.
passed, and
Yeah.
yet you haven't learned the basic Arabic rules.
And you're telling me all you lot that grow up reciting Quran.
Why
Wait.
haven't you learned
Because
the basic Arabic
That could be personal, yes? That could be personal reasons.
So you find something else is
personal
more
reasons.
important.
How we can
than
judge he's
learning
wrong?
Oh, you want? I think you.
How
need to,
you judge
if
we
you
are
want
wrong?
to try that, maybe you should go to your Sunni world and tell them why haven't you learned this? Why haven't you learned that?
How you
What
judge
ridiculous
this is
rule
wrong? What Mansour is saying.
We've already
If you
explained
do
that.
not know the rules,
You're not listening. I said.
if I want to follow you,
explain.
Mansour is wrong.
I'll explain.
Give me the reason. You
I'm
have
telling
no
you,
reason.
be quiet and I'll tell you. And then we go, wait, let me just finish with him. I said 2 years ago, approximately 2 years
You
ago.
cannot say it now.
So, no. Me and a brother
Yeah?
sat down
We could check.
and went through this
You want
verse.
us to take time machine
Stop,
with you
stop,
back 2 years
stop,
ago
stop,
to
stop,
know
stop,
the
stop.
reason and come back?
Look, you're going to keep
We need the
interrupting?
reason now.
I am telling you.
You have to
I'm
sit
telling
now.
you- I'm telling you the reason, so stop
Go ahead.
interrupting.
Go ahead.
Okay, 2 years ago, me and a brother sat down and went through this. He said it's an acceptable reading, i.e. recitation. I said all I want to know is between the wash and the wipe. If there were no vowel system, no vowels in there, how would you read it? He said, "Arju likum."
Why
I
did you
said,
ask that question?
brother, because the Shia claim it means wipe. Yes, and then he said to me that it's in Warsh, it's Arju likum. He actually bought the Quran, which is Warsh. You understand? So he then said, there should be no dispute on the issue because he said it's both an acceptable reading. I'm just saying my personal view at the time of discussing. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? At the time of
Have you
discussing.
changed since then?
No, because I'm saying no one has come with anything else. And he
But do
hasn't
you
come with
think,
anything
do you
else.
think it's unreasonable what the brothers have said?
Not
I
in
think it's
regards
quite
to.
a valid
No.
point.
I totally agree. If he can
They're
explain.
obviously more learned than you and me.
Well, I don't say about
So
him,
don't
I
you
would say
think
him.
we should take from
brother,
those who are more knowledgeable?
Most definitely, if the brother can stand here and give me valid Quranic grammatical rules in regards to Arabic and explain why Arju lakum is Quranic and acceptable, makes sense within the
Okay,
context,
can I
I'll
ask you a
accept it.
question? The grammar rules was made first or Quran recitation was made first? Why are you doing this?
The grammar
You're
is there
being
first.
rude, my friend.
How can you speak without grammar?
You don't have to be rude if you want to speak.
Because we are talking.
No, if you're going to be rude, I don't need to speak to you.
You're right, then go over there. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
To the camera here, Quran came first, and following this, the Arabic grammar. My brother, let me take one second. My friend, please. Quran came first, and Muslims, after Islamic expanded territory outside Arabia, and non-Arabs started to be Muslims,
So how did they make sense of the
they
language?
needed to make grammars for the language to correct people's language. But before this happened, Quran was first, reciting of the Quran was first, and grammar came next.
So Quraysh didn't know grammar? So Quraysh didn't know grammar?
What came first,
Rubbish.
control what came next.
That's rubbish.
Quran was first, Arabic grammar was next.
That's rubbish. Absolute nonsense. Yeah, take it. See you later.